Bring your talents and creativity to the broadcasting industry. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com to get started.
The Upper Peninsula's new CBS station, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, a United States fighter jet is shot down in Iran. One of the pilots has been rescued while another remains missing. We'll have the latest from Washington, D.C. Plus, UP Fiber is taking over AT&T's wireline assets, impacting thousands of customers. We'll have the details. And the Boniface Arts Center shows us a traveling exhibit recognizing some amazing women and their impact on the Upper Peninsula. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast. We have round two, these back-to-back winter storms, and the main component with this is still going to be that ice. So we have that ice storm warning for basically the entire Upper Peninsula. It'll go into effect at 2 a.m. and last through your 2 p.m. time on Saturday. So not going to be ideal conditions to try to drive through for any of your plans for the weekend. We have ice returns here across the Upper Peninsula, keeping those temperatures into the mid to upper 30s. More in your forecast in a few short minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. Tensions appear to be escalating in Iran after a U.S. fighter jet was reportedly shot down by Iran's military. The developing incident comes just days after President Trump said the conflict could be over soon. As of Friday afternoon, one crew member has been rescued while another is still missing. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon has the latest from Capitol Hill tonight.
A U.S. fighter jet shot down by Iran's military Friday. It's the first attack of its kind since the conflict broke out over a month ago. The White House says President Trump has been briefed as Iranian state media released new photos claiming to show the wreckage. The exact location of the crash is still unclear, but it comes just days after President Trump said in a primetime address Tehran's military is weakening and the conflict would end soon.
Their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their missiles are just about used up or beaten. We are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly. We are going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Iranian policy experts say Friday's incident shouldn't be viewed as a win or a sign of confidence for Tehran's regime.
If Tehran's regime was truly confident, it would not be killing prisoners the way they have been executing people since the beginning of the week.
Do you think the administration has underestimated the capability or the determination of the IRGC or Tehran?
So I don't think there was any lack of knowing how IRGC really was pushing to gain a hegemonic region. The real miscalculation was on Iran's regime. They miscalculated that the world community, international community, particularly the United States and EU, is going to stand up to the IRGC's policies and practices and is going to designate IRGC as a terrorist organization.
In a budget request sent to Congress Friday, the White House is seeking roughly $1.5 trillion for defense in its 2027 budget, a more than 40% increase that would push military spending to a record high as a war with Iran continues. Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service is issuing a public health alert for frozen dinosaur-shaped ready-to-eat chicken nuggets that may be contaminated with unsafe levels of lead. The nuggets are sold at Walmart under the company's Great Value brand. A recall was not requested because the products are no longer available for purchase. However, FSIS is concerned that some products may still be in some consumers' freezers. The possibly contaminated products were produced on February 10th and were shipped to Walmart locations nationwide. The problem was discovered during routine surveillance sampling. If consumers still have the product in their freezer, they should be thrown away or returned to the place of purchase. UP Fiber recently announced a partnership that will expand its services across the Upper Peninsula. The company has entered an agreement to acquire AT&T wireline assets in the UP, representing over 9,000 miles of copper, 1,500 miles of business fiber, and 40 wire centers of network infrastructure, all of which provide voice and internet for more than 9,000 residential and business customers. UP Fiber will also work alongside Michigan Broadband Services to expand its sales, marketing, and technical support to service AT&T customers after the transaction. Both companies say they plan to explore strategic opportunities to become the largest communications provider in the UP by adding new products and pricing tiers in the coming months. Christians across the Upper Peninsula are observing Good Friday today, marking the crucifixion of Jesus. At St. Peter Cathedral, parishioners gathered for solemn services, including the Passion of the Lord, recounting the crucifixion of Jesus. Churches throughout the area are also holding observances as part of Holy Week leading up to Easter Sunday. Good Friday remains one of the most sacred days in the Christian calendar, offering a time for remembrance, faith, and quiet reflection ahead of the celebration of Easter.
I think we all need hope. And if we look at things that are happening in the world today, there are all kinds of reasons to be discouraged. But this is a time for hope because Jesus came to save us.
Bishop Dorfler hopes his message of hope resonates with everyone, regardless of beliefs. Escanaba's Boniface Arts Center is showcasing the history of the Upper Peninsula through some of its most notable women. Extraordinary UP Women is a traveling exhibit from the Beaumere UP Heritage Center. The themes on the informational panels are enhanced by artwork from the Boniface Arts Center's permanent collection. The exhibit tells the stories of women like Keweenaw County's only female sheriff, the founder of Bay Cliff Health Camp, and one of the UP's first female lighthouse keepers.
I just look along all of these images and think about what these women went through that I just get to take for granted. I'm a transplant, so to learn about the women that helped make the UP and see what these women had to go through to be able to make their name was pretty important.
Extraordinary UP Women is free to view now through May 28th. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Kelly will let us know how our night's looking with more ice expected. And later, the Upper Goddess is back. Lori will show us her way of making some great taco shells. We'll be right back after this.
We look closely at all the data. We pore over test results. But what we see is you. We see what makes your smile widen and your eyes brighten. Even as we study breakthrough research and implement the most advanced technologies, what we see is how we can use it to serve you and your well-being. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Health. What we see is you.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
The bus is empty.
Empty how? The kids are just gone.
We work together in Edgewater. We have multiple explosions!
The Sheriff Country Fire Country crossover event. New CBS Tonight and streaming on Paramount Plus.
New CBS Tonight.
Crips. Another Reagan in uniform. So what do we got?
Now you know I got it from. So what do we got?
Boston Blue is all new CBS Tonight and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Buckle's Party Store. It's where the party starts in Calumet with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckle's Party Store in Calumet. It's where the party starts for everyone.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's Big Winter Sale. It's that time of year when you spend more time on your sofa, more time on your recliner, and more time in bed. During Shunk's Big Winter Sale, you'll save on the furniture you need. There's big discounts on all Flex Steel furniture, like this leather Flex Steel Power Reclining Groups, 55% off. There's big savings on Lazy Boy recliners, 35 different styles to choose from, and they're all on sale. They start at just $2.99. Shop Shunk's Big Winter Sale at both locations for big discounts. Shop Shunk's Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And as we try to get into the weekend, we know we've been dealing with a winter storm already. That was number one. So back-to-back winter storms to really take us into the springtime and Easter weekend. I know it's spring, but this is winter storm conditions where we have that snow, the sleet, and of course the freezing rain. That's why we have that major area of concern, and that is that ice storm warning. This is going to be very impactful to try to travel through, and especially going to put some strain on any trees and power lines. So we could see some power outages. It's important now to try to make sure you have your devices that you may need to fully charged in case of a power outage. This may be a longer duration type of event. The ice storm warning will kick in at 2 a.m. and last through your 2 p.m. on your Saturday. So I know we're going into the holiday weekend, but you really need to be careful because freezing rain creating ice on the roadways is the most dangerous type of winter precipitation to try to drive through. Right, we know in the Upper Peninsula we can get lots of snow. Some people know a little better how to drive in the snow, but any type of car really can just, if you have the certain turn to it or you accelerate and make a quick turn, any car can slide in this, and especially with this increased ice accumulation, it's going to be very dangerous, and we know that coming off of this first one from not too long ago, from yesterday. So this is this other winter storm going to bring some snow up to Eagle Harbor, some sleet, freezing rain, especially through the central portions, basically the entire Upper Peninsula. You're traveling south, it's more likely going to be that rain, but of course as you get closer back to the Upper Peninsula, it'll just be icy all the way around. That system rotates and it moves back, and on the back end of it might have some lingering snow showers to deal with until it can fully move out of here, but that sets us up for our Easter. Maybe just going to keep that Easter dinner at home. Maybe will be difficult to get to those church services perhaps. That future ice is going to be from a few tenths of an inch, maybe even up to a quarter of an inch for most portions, especially down towards Iron Mountain, Iron River. This is going to be a very dangerous amount of ice to try to drive through, to try to travel through by any means. This is a major winter storm in terms of ice that you need to take seriously, because we are mostly, for most of us, in that dangerous range for the ice accumulation around that quarter of an inch. So that's your roads, your tree limbs, and your power lines all going to have that strain on it. And anywhere from about a quarter of an inch to a half of an inch, we can have those branches snapping and damaged with it because it weighs it down. It puts the strain on it. And trees can carry 1,000 to 2,000 pounds of extra weight. But again, this is going to snap large branches even if you get that certain amount of ice. And you add the wind to it, that's also going to add to that weight, something that the trees or the power lines might not be able to handle. So we will see that wind increase, especially as that system rotates. So we have to get through this winter storm number 2 with the freezing rain. We get to our Easter Sunday. Things dry out pretty nicely, but we're not in the clear yet as some snow returns to start off this week ahead.
Kelly, thank you again. Coming up next on Insights, we're joined by the Michigan DNR to go over this year's fishing regulations. That conversation is in just a couple minutes.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
It's Earth Month in the Upper Peninsula. Small actions make a big impact. Recycle 906 accepts cans, cardboard, plastics, and more, helping keep the UP clean and thriving. This Earth Month, recycle smarter. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Doug Garrison here for Budget Windows. We had no idea. That's what customers say when they see and price Budget Windows. They had no idea that Budget Windows carries the highest rated replacement windows money can buy. So if you need new windows and want the best of the best without breaking your budget, call Budget Windows. Best built, best backed, best price. And remember, you always get triple glass for the price of double. Now that's a good idea.
Anything that's wrong with America can be fixed by what's right in America. We are defined more by our shared values and our differences, and we're having a conversation about how.
Look at that! Yeah. Anderson .Paak is a party on legs. Y'all, he told his spirit tunnel up.
I just blacked out. I didn't know what happened.
Then sisters helping their city.
And ain't no turning back for us.
And we want to help them on J-Hood.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, Monday at 4 on WZMQ CBS. Followed by The Kelly Clarkson Show at 5 and 19 News at 6.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure outdoor.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. The 2026 fishing season officially opened on Wednesday, and with it comes some new regulations. Here to give us all the details is DNR Deputy Public Information Officer John Pepin. John, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so what are some of the key things, differences this year people should keep in mind when heading out?
Well, it's the new license year that started April 1st. So if you had a fishing license from last year, it expired on March 31st. So got to get a new license. And then the individual seasons will be opening up as we go farther into the year. Trout at the end of April, bass and such in May, continued on. In our angling guide that we have with all the rules and such, we put the new changes for the year in red ink, right inside the book, but also it's throughout the book. Any new changes will be in there. Kind of the biggest one for this year is they've changed some possession limits. They've lowered the possession limits on lake trout out at the Big Reef, north of Munising, and also at Standard Rock. Those are a couple of the notables. But beyond that, the guide is a good place to check it out. We have the physical versions that you can buy, not buy, just pick up at the DNR offices. They're also available for download online. You can download them onto your phone, and then even if you're in an area that doesn't have service, you can still access the guide. We have the DNR Hunt Fish app as well, where you can buy your license, check regulations, everything there too. So.
Excellent. All right. Are there any good reminders for regular anglers who head out every year that they should always keep in mind?
Well, yeah, it's a good idea to look at the regulations for the area that you're going to ahead of time. By and large, folks don't intend to, kind of like break the rules. So, it's good to check those out ahead of time because there are good chances that you can run into a conservation officer and they'll be up on the rules.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I bet. As for fishing licenses, I believe they're $26 for Michigan residents. How do you go about getting one?
Yeah, you can get one on the Hunt Fish app, or you can get them at our customer service centers, or you can also get them at bait shops and places like that, sporting goods stores that sell licenses. I just got mine today.
Excellent. All right, good for you. I'll hopefully be right behind you so I can get out there myself.
Yeah.
Tell us, as far as fishing licenses go and the money that it brings in, what does that all help out with?
That all helps out with stocking fish in waters for anglers. There's a lot of fish stocking that goes on throughout Michigan, and it's a very important resource for people. And the money from fishing licenses, hunting licenses, goes back into the resource.
Absolutely. All right, and what do you think about the UP so far as a fishing destination? How many people do you think come up here to do some fishing?
Oh, I wouldn't be able to take a guess at that, but there's Michigan with all the Great Lakes, and we actually have more inland lakes than Minnesota does, and hundreds of miles of streams and creeks, and just in the UP. And so there's it's a big thing every year. I mean, it's a year-round thing for one thing, but yeah, we've got all kinds of people that come from out of state for various things, and some of the best trout streams in the country. So.
Excellent. All right. And John, give us your favorite spot that you would never want to give up ever. I'm just kidding. You have to.
I was going to say you first.
Yeah, absolutely not. John, I think those are all my questions for you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming
Okay. Well, thanks. We'll see you out there on the water.
Absolutely. And coming up on Monday, we're joined by Mike Bradford of the Marquette DDA to hear what events they're getting ready for. That conversation is only on 19 News Insights. Mike Ludlam has your look at sports after the break. A local basketball star is making history. Westwood's Ethan Marta has been named Mr. UP Basketball for the upcoming season. And it's official, Northern Michigan University has a new men's basketball coach. We'll have that and more when we come back.
Hey, here's what we're working on tonight on the CBS Evening News. We're, of course, monitoring this delicate situation over the skies of Iran. An F-15 U.S. fighter jet was down today. One of the two crew members has been recovered. There is a search and rescue mission underway to find and extract the second crew member. We'll have the absolute latest on that. It's also a Friday ahead of Easter Sunday, and so we have a very sweet story from our Steve Hartman, who is on the road in what he calls the ripple effects of compassion. One kid who inspired many others. Those stories and more ahead on the CBS Evening News.
You, sir, were going 6 miles an hour over the speed limit. I wasn't going that fast. You drive safe now.
The bus is empty.
Empty how? The kids are just gone.
These guys are serious.
We have multiple explosions!
We work together in Edgewater.
Your children have hours left to live. The Sheriff Country Fire Country crossover event. New CBS Tonight and streaming on Paramount Plus.
A world at your fingertips gives you the advantage. Scan this right now. Weather, local news, community events, amazing video. It's cool. It's all yours. It's free. And it's on demand. Do it. Download the app from 19 News. Now you know.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics.
What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
How to raise children.
Get out of here. Door tap. Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
See what's bothering Archie on All in the Family.
Sundays from 8 to 10 on WZMQ Me TV.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home. Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. A future Michigan Tech basketball player has been named Mr. UP Basketball for the 2025-26 season by the Upper Peninsula Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association. Westwood's number 10, Ethan Marta, won the voting by a comfortable margin. Marta led the region with a 28 points per game scoring average, shooting 57% from the floor. He added 7.5 rebounds along with 3.5 assists and steals per contest. Last year, Marta was on the UP Dream Team and First Team All-State. His 2,069 points ranks 36th in Michigan high school basketball history. So, along with Marta on the Dream Team, and obviously he was the Division 1 through 3 Player of the Year, nominees Tanner Terkoff, Division 4 Player of the Year, Liam Turtelot of Dollar Bay, plus Vic Giuliani of Forest Park and Gunnar Bennon of Pickford. Elsewhere in the honors list, nominee Sam Larson is the Coach of the Year in Divisions 1 through 3. Jesse Kentela of Dollar Bay in Division 4. Division 1 through and 2 Team of the Year is Marquette. Menominee in Division 3 and Dollar Bay. In Division 4, we have all kinds of information on our website. Keel Gans has officially been named the new Northern Michigan University men's basketball coach. Gans returns to Marquette after spending last season as an assistant coach at Wisconsin Green Bay. This marks his third stint with the NMU program. He served as associate head coach during the 2024-25 season and an assistant coach in 2023 and 2024, following an earlier stop in the late 20-teens. Gogebic Community College basketball coach Dennis Mackey has retired after 38 seasons, 19 with the women and 19 with the men. The basketball court at the Lindquist Center in Ironwood was named in his honor in 2024. His retirement, which includes his job as a business instructor, is effective May 31st. Mackey is a native of Kenton, Michigan, and a graduate of UIn Trail Creek High School. He was a three-time National Junior College Athletic Association Region 13 Coach of the Year. His record with the women, 256 and 227. With the men, 277 and 263 for a total of 533 victories. Turning to Major League Baseball ever so briefly, Tigers home opener today against the St. Louis Cardinals. Things go well for the Tigers in inning number 4 as boom, Dylan Dingler with a 2-run homer. They say it's 433 feet. That gave the Tigers a 2-0 lead. They went on to win by the count of 4-0. And here comes Kevin.
That's right, Mike. Thank you very much. Lori's back in the kitchen showing us how she puts her own twist on taco night. Here is the Upper Goddess.
Hi. So tonight it's all about taco shells. Nadine?
Yes, it is.
We love tacos. They're one of our favorite meals. And I want to show you what we do. And Dean actually turned me on to this because I usually used to take my flour shell and I would fry it in grease and bend it myself and stuff. And, you know, a lot of added calories. And he's like, I just want to throw mine into a frying pan. Right?
Really?
So here's the way we do it. You cook this side first, you know, down, and then when you flip it, you put the cheese on it, right? And then you let this side, look at how nice. It gets these little brown marks, and it's like almost like crunchy, but and I love when the cheese hangs over, Haiti.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Burnt cheese is pretty
So the other thing that we like to do, just to make it different, is we will take the corn shell. This is a corn tortilla. And we place it like right here. So it's so good, hey Dean. When you take a bite of that, you have the crunchy outside from you doing that in the frying pan, but then you get that flavor from the corn shell, not just the flour shell, and it is so good. And I've always been a big fan of corn shells, but these are my favorite taco shells to buy. And I kind of like the fajita size because they're just they're a smaller shell, and you can eat more, right, Dean? Instead of 2, you have 3. So another thing I want a little hint, like, I've been buying just this off-brand taco sauce, and it's really good. And I mix a bottle of this with this bottle. You get twice as much, and the chili sauce just gives it like this really good flavor, hey? So good. And Dean cannot stand when I don't put the sour cream in something where he can just squeeze it onto his taco.
The way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, so give it a try. Keep smiling.
Now don't go away. We will have your final look at weather when we come back.
Amazon offers hourly employees health care for $5 a week with $5 copays.
Safety.
Should I go, Mom?
No, don't tell your mother anything.
Amazon offers hourly employees health care on day 1 for the whole family.
Monday, we have to talk about this. You're returning to Broadway.
You know, would you do it if I directed you? I have vision, honey.
Emmy winner Billy Porter. What do you feel like you're able to accomplish when you're directing that maybe you can't when you're in it?
I'm the boss. I'm the boss, and I get to do exactly what I want to do.
Plus R&B star Ella Mai. Kelly is all new.
Yes! That's actually kind of fire.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, Monday at 5 on WZMQ CBS. Here's your WZMQ CBS This Is Home Community Calendar.
It's super, it's science, it's fiction.
What is it?
It's Super Sci-Fi Saturday night on MeTV. After Sven gets swept away in adventures beyond our world, promising spaceships, lasers, giants, other worlds, and robots.
I will do my part.
Super Sci-Fi Saturday night.
Saturday nights on MeTV 19.1.
A final check of your forecast, any preparations that you may want to have. It's really just charge those devices. Try to keep the travel to emergencies only. This is an ice storm warning that we're dealing with. It'll go into effect in the overnight, but last to your afternoon tomorrow, which tells us we're dealing with a long duration of a pretty good opportunity for some decent ice accumulations. This is just through that 7 a.m. time, but we're going to see some more ice throughout the afternoon, so make sure to tune in later tonight for more details on your forecast.
Sounds good. Kelly, thank you again. That's all we have for right now, everyone. More headlines coming your way at 11:10 Central. See you then.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopo. The breaking news right now.